What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys turn on the red bell for all notifications to get notified when I premiere a brand new video or go live on YouTube Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord, and threads down below in the description. And let's get started. Now, AEW Dynamite, what can I say? It was a pretty good show. It says AEW Dynamite was live at Albany, New York MVP Arena. Okay, it says it's Wednesday, my dudes. Excuse me. It is Wednesday, my dudes. You know what that means. Let me take a sip of my water before I begin. It says Power kicks off another edition of AEW Dynamite, and we get a rundown of what's to come tonight, followed by a video package, the history between Darby Allin and AR Fox. Okay, I'm gonna knock this review out the park. Back at ringside, we geared up for our first match of the evening as the AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy heads to the ring to defend his title against AR Fox. The challenger is out next, ready and eager to make a statement as he rushed to the ring. Moments later, this title match is underway. Okay, so we get AEW International Championship match. Orange Cassidy defends against AR Fox. And this will say hold on. And this match right here, that was a good match in my opinion. That's all I gotta say. That was a good match. Okay. Let me take another sip of my water. This was a good match. AR Fox extends a hand for a show of sportsmanship to start. Something Cassidy responds to as he knows how before they lock up. And Orange Cassidy gets a foot on the bottom rope to break the hold. They exchange holds again before Orange Cassidy looks to get his hands in his pockets, only for AR Fox to turn things around on the champion who tries to leap out of an arm wrangler to no ball. Orange Cassidy turns it around on AR Fox now, who shows the champ how to counter out of it properly before taking him to the canvas and locking the legs in. Orange Cassidy struggles to get out of the cold, getting his hands in pockets before wiggling out and getting to his feet. But AR Fox is up as well, staying toe to toe with the champ before getting a near fall. Orange Cassidy looking for an orange punch, got whopped to the corner instead. As AR Fox looks for a rolling cutter, but the champ rolls out of the ring for a breather. Orange Cassidy walks around the ring, walks around the outside of the ring, egging AR Fox on, and that proves to be a mistake. As AR Fox catches him with the Azam moonsault off the ring post. Orange Cassidy heads back in the ring as AR Fox goes back on the attack, taking the champ down before going for a suplex, countering into a Stone Dog Millionaire by the champ. There's a fight in the corner now, but AR Fox gets a springboard stunner on the champ. In reverse, Orange Cassidy's further attack into a twisted neckbreaker for a near fall as we go to picture in picture. Okay, back from picture in picture. Orange Cassidy rolls back to the outside, where he is met by the challenger unleashing a fury of offense. Chaos starts to break down on the outside until the champ heads back into the ring, waiting for AR Fox to come back as he goes for an orange punch, which gets countered by the challenger, who takes back control of the match as he takes Cassidy to the ropes. Takes Cassidy. What was it? It says takes Cassidy to the ropes for more damage. AR Fox on the top of things as he focuses on the different injuries the champ has suffered the past couple months before hitting a dropkick in the corner for a near fall. AR Fox with a neckbreaker takes the champ right back down, and a second connects as we come back to from break. Orange, Orange, Orange Cassidy is able to turn things. Is able to turn something around with a drop kick on the challenger before the two men exchange kicks, which ends with a double down of a neckbreaker on each other. Both men struggles as they get to their feet, with the champ trying to fight back even as AR Fox sends him into the corner, which sends to Orange Cassidy, sending AR Fox headfirst into the corner over and over until AR Fox finally fights out of it. Okay. Orange Cassidy to the floor, where he is met with a big dive by AR Fox, who rolls the champ back into the ring and ends up with a near fall. AR Fox ends up on the outside, where he's met with a dive from the champ, followed by the beach break upon bringing AR Fox back into the ring. But AR Fox kicks out. Orange Cassidy gets blocked on the Orange Cassidy gets blocked. That's what I was saying. It says Orange Cassidy gets blocked on an Orange Punch attempt as AR Fox sends him into the corner. But Orange Cassidy fights out, only to take a low med pain to the canvas, giving AR Fox a near fall in the process. AR Fox climbs the turnbuckle, but Orange Cassidy rolls away, only to get caught with a rolling senton by AR Fox onto the apron. Across the throat of the champ, DDT by AR Fox gets him another close pinfall. Give him another close near fall as he climbs up the turnbuckle once more, only for Orange Cassidy to avoid the 450 splash, catching him with a perfect pin for a near fall. Orange Cassidy managed to tie him up again for a pennant combination, keeping AR Fox down long enough to get the pin and the win to retain. The winner by pinfall is still your AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy. Now this was a good match. Alright, it says after the match, Orange Cassidy gives a show of sportsmanship towards AR Fox by putting his sunglasses on the challenger. But AR Fox is having none of it. Breaking them before breaking them. It says after the match, Orange Cassidy gives a show of sportsmanship towards AR Fox by putting his sunglasses on the challenger. But AR Fox is having none of it, breaking them before laying out the champ. It seems AR Fox is taken aback by his own actions. However, stepping out of the ring looking surprised by it as Darby Allin runs down the ramp to acknowledge his behavior. AR Fox is unsure of what to say about the situation before Darby Allin tells AR Fox to head to the back. Excuse me. As AR Fox and Darby Allin head to the back, we see Mox rush out through the crowd, taking Orange Cassidy out with a Death Rider for what happened last Friday on Rampage before escaping back through the crowd. Backstage, Renee is standing by with Don Callis and Chris Jericho to address the conversation around Jericho joining the Don Callis family. Don Callis tells Chris Jericho about teaming up with Takeshita, um, which Jericho seems eager to do until he finds out the opponents are Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. Jericho is very recruiting about it, but he agrees to the match before Doug House presents the Jericho with a painting in honor of their history together. Jericho looks almost speechless about the painting before walk excuse me before walking off. As we get as we get a rundown of what's to come later tonight. Commercial break. Let me take a sip of my water. Okay, it says video package the realization that Hook is no longer FTW champion, raising the raising the questions. What's next? Um, Backstage, Claudio and Yuta address what happened at Blood and Guts, and Claudio's victory over Pac and Death before Dishonor. Before Mox steps in to address what he did to Orange Cassidy, either their opponents later tonight. Excuse me. Back at ringside, Tony Schiavone welcomes the new FTW champion Jack Perry to the ring. As Jack Perry walks down the ramp, sporting his IB hook shirt before entering the ring, to some big heat from the crowd as Tony asks him about winning the championship. Jack Perry addressed what we saw from Hook moments ago, saying the former champion couldn't hang with the hang with the big boys. After one loss, he took a train to nowhere before running down the FTW champions history, saying it's only become deal of the real deal of the real deal after he won it. Okay. Jack Perry starts running down Taz at the commentary booth before Jerry Lynn comes down to interject, telling Jack Perry about how ECW has paved the way for the younger generations. He tells Jack Perry that without ECW there wouldn't be a Jungle Boy, and to see what happens when he keeps running his mouth before squaring up to the new champion, who agrees to a match next week on Dynamite. Okay. So, excuse me. Backstage, Renee is standing by with Dr. Britt Baker DMD ahead of her match against Taya Valkyrie. Someone Britt admits to have a lot of respect for, but says that she is still going to be her tonight, proving why TBS is TBS is the Brit show. Okay. Backstage at ringside, Pac makes his way to the ring for our next match, followed by his opponent, a man, a man that some would say forgot about Pac once upon a time. Gravity with the match is on the way. Okay, so we get Pac versus Gravity, and this match was this was a squash. Okay, leaving the ring to go out to Gravity, who managed to turn it around on Pac with a big moonsault before going back in the ring as we go to picture in picture. Excuse me. Back from picture. Hold on. Back from picture in picture. Mm. Back from picture in picture. Pac is struggling to get to his feet as Gravity eggs him on, and the bastard finally makes his way back into the ring where he hits a big kick to the gut to turn things around. Gravity gets sent to the corner as Pac dribbles his boot into the throat, which turns into Pac being formally in control of the match, with some more stomps on the luchador before locking in a side headlock on the canvas, keeping Gravity grounded until the luchador can race to his feet as we come back. Pac is still on the attack as we see BCC watching from backstage, while Pac turns Gravity with a shout of forgive me not, as he stays on the top of things, until Gravity gets a boot to the face to turn things around. Gravity gets the ropes, dropping Pac with a crossbody for a near fall, before Pac goes back to work with some hard, stiff kicks on the luchador. This is followed a big brainbuster and a brutalizer that forces Gravity to tap out. The winner by submission, Pac. This was a squash match. Okay, a random power outage here in Khan's headquarters led to being unable to see what happened after the match before the commercial break. Sorry, folks, commercial break. Okay, backstage, Renee Paquette speaks with FTR ahead of the top guys defending the AEW World Tag Team Championships against Adam Cole and the new AEW World Champion MJF at Collision on July 29th. Wheeler and Harwood addressed their history with the world champion. Before speaking on the fight, they look to have their tag titles on the line. Okay, that was a solid promo by FTR. Solid promo. Back at ringside, Swerve Strickland makes his way to the ring for our next match. Out next is Darby Allin, accompanied by Nick Wayne, as we get a recap for the Royal Rampage to establish how we got to this match before we get underway. Okay, so we get Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin, and I must say this match right here, this match was fun to watch. This was a fun match, and that's all I gotta say. Um, the two-man lockup exchanging holds until Darby takes Swerve down to the canvas with a side headlock. Swerve, it says Swerve. I'm sorry, the two-man lockup and exchange holds until Darby Allin takes Swerve down to the canvas with a side headlock. Swerve tries fighting out of it, sending Darby to the apron to break the hold, but Darby Allin responds with an arm drag until into a side headlock. Swerve gets him against the ropes to break the hold again before taking Swerve down hard. Swerve starts fighting back until a Code Red turns things around for Darby Allin, and the fight ends up right back to the outside as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. Swerve takes control of the match, going after Darby Allin with an assault outside the ring before bringing him back in to do more damage. Swerve climbs up before dropping down, but only gets near fall for his efforts as we come back. Okay, things starts to break down. Where things starts to break down here as Swerve keeps on the attack, but Darby Allin refuses to give up as he catches Swerve for a couple near falls that are exchanged with Strickland. Darby Allin switches things up for the Last Supper, but still can't put down Strickland. Swerve starts talking to Nada before Darby catches him, but they dive to the outside, bringing Swerve back into the ring. But Swerve Weasel leaving the ring before catching Darby with a kick when he tries to go for another dive. Swerve brings Darby back in the ring before climbing up top, hitting the swerve stomp on Darby, who kicks out. Darby hits the apron as he intercepts by Swerve, and the two end up fighting on the top turnbuckle, with Darby catching Swerve with a jawbreaker. Yeah, jawbreaker on the way down to the canvas. Darby Allin goes up top again, but is pulled down by Strickland, who sets Darby up before dropping him with a Death Valley driver onto the apron. Swerve heads up. I'm sorry. Swerve heads back into the ring as Nick tries to get Darby back into it, telling him to get back in the ring. Darby starts to head head in as the ref is distracted. and someone in a blue hoodie stops him from getting in before sending him into the ring post. Darby Allin ends up back in the ring, but gets dropped. It says gets it says in the ring post. Darby Allin ends up back in the ring, but even gets dropped with a JML driver by Swerve, who gets the pin and the win. The winner of the match, Swerve Strickland. This was a fun match. Okay. After the match, we find out who the hoodie man is, and it's AR Fox, who stumps away at Darby Allin before hitting Nick Wayne with a skateboard to the back. Let me take another sip of water before I continue. Backstage, the Jericho Appreciation Society is waiting for Jericho to address the situation between him and Don Callis. Each member of Aries gets their grievance with Jericho before walking out on their possibly former leader, with Daddy Magic telling Jericho to figure it out fast before we go to commercial break. Okay, we go to commercial break. Video package. After losing against the House of Black, what happens next for Billy Gunn and the Acclaim? Back at ringside, Britt Baker makes her way to the ring for our next match. Out next is Taya Valkyrie, looking to bounce back after recent losses in her journey to the TBS champion before this match gets underway. Okay, so we get Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus Taya Valkyrie, and this was solid. This was a solid match. Okay, the two women lock up before Taya draws Britt Baker hard, followed by a waistlock takedown before Britt gets a headlock clenched in to fight back. Taya with a clothesline that gets missed by Dr. Britt Baker, who takes down with a headlock to the canvas before Taya fights out and hitting a shoulder tackle on the Doctor before marking her and driving her knees right into Britt Baker in the corner. Taya brings Baker to the center. Taya brings Baker to the center before getting a cover but only gets a near fall for her troubles here. Taya stays on the attack before pulling Britt in front, pulling Baker in for a lariat. But again, only get a near fall once again. Taya lays in some hard forearms, but Baker starts fighting back before getting taken down with a Valhalla. With the Valhalla. Mm, mm. Sorry about that. But let me continue. Taya realized the strength of what's not significant, so she goes after the Doctor with elbows as we go to picture in picture. Back from picture in picture. Taya continues on the attack, formally in control as she sends Baker into the corner and hits a hard chop on the former women's world champion. Taya switches into a more technical side of things, working the limbs after breaking before locking in the STF as Breaker struggles to fight out of it. Something Taya doesn't allow, something that Taya doesn't allow before bringing her back to her feet. Baker sent to the center. I'm sorry. Baker sent to the corner as we come back. Mm. Taya goes for a knee to the face, but Baker evades it, and now the Doctor is back in it as she hits a ripcord elbow for a near fall. Taya back up to her feet now as the two trade blows. Trade blows until Taya hits a big roundhouse kick on Breaker, who responds with a thirst kick. Taya with a knee strike and a lariat only get her another near fall. Baker gets to her feet where Taya stops a Panama Sunrise attempt for a Northern Light suplex that gets her another near fall. Excuse me. Breaker fights back before hitting the top rope for a Panama Sunrise that connects this time, but only gets a near fall before Breaker slips on the glove, looking for the lockjaw. But Taya is back to her feet. Baker fighting back before hitting a big spear. Taya goes for the Valhalla again, but Baker counters before chinching in a lockjaw to force Taya to tap. The winner by submission, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. This was a solid match. Okay, Baker quickly, sorry, Baker quickly, Baker quickly leaves the ring, leaving us with a frustration. Taya in the ring as we get a rundown of what's to come on Rampage, Collision, and next week's on Dynamite. Okay, back at ringside, it's time for our main event as the best friends makes their way to the ring first before this triple threat tag team match as we go to commercial break. Okay, let me take another sip of my water. Back from commercial, Lucha Bros make their way to the ring next, where they confront best friends as the BCC heads through the crowd towards the ringside. They take long enough that best friends and Lucha Bros go after each other as this match gets on the way. So we get a three-way tag team match. Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, and Claudio Castagnoli versus Lucha Bros, Ray Phoenix and Penta El Zero Miedo, and best friends Trent, Beretta, and Chuck. This was a good main event match right here. I enjoyed this match. It doesn't take long for the Blackpool Combat Club to go after their opponents. However, and things break down quickly as they fight ends up on the entrance stage, where Chuck Taylor dives onto another man just below. They finally start toward back coming back towards ringside as Blackpool Combat Club and best friends go at it. With Claudio sends Trent into the steel steps as John Moxley and Penta stares each other down while Ray Phoenix hops into the ring and stands off against the Ring of Honor World Champion. Okay, the two trade strikes until Claudio sends Ray Phoenix into the corner. Whereas where Ray turns it around on Claudio, only for Trent to take down before things break down once more. Claudio ends up taking control of things, taking Ray Phoenix down for a near fall before tagging in Mox who draws a boot into Ray's throat. Tag mate to the Claudio again as the champ drops Ray Phoenix with a boot to the face again to the face before getting a near fall. Ray Phoenix starts fighting back with some chops before Claudio hits a lariat, only for Ray Phoenix to get out of a suplex to hit a super kick. Tag made to Trent, who goes after Claudio, getting a near fall in the process as he tries to figure out his next move. Trent ends up hitting a Sato suplex on the champ, who rolls out of the ring as Trent goes for a dive and right into a European uppercut. Tag to Mox, who drops Trent before getting a near fall as we go to picture in picture. We're back from picture in picture. Blackpool Combat Club are formally in control here, where John Moxley beating down Trent in and out of the ring before tagging Claudio, tagging Claudio back in. Claudio locks in a chin lock as Trent tries to fight back. but Claudio takes him right back down for a near fall. Tag to Mox now, as Mox lays in a hard kick on Trent for a near fall of his own as they continue to dive and conquer the frequent tag until Chuck Taylor breaks up a pinfall attempt by Claudio where Claudio as we come back. Excuse me. Claudio sets Trent up on the top turnbuckle, but is sent down onto the ropes by Trent, who follows with a missile dropkick. Tag made off the back of this as Chuck Taylor takes Mox down with a soul food and a suplex. Sends Mox to the corner, where Penta gets a blind tag in. Penta goes after Chuck, now laying in a backstabber for a near fall before Blackpool Combat Club come running into the ring. Things fall sorry. Things falls into chaos again as the Lucha Bros get involved, going after the Blackpool Combat Club. And in the midst of it all, Chuck gets Penta roll up for a near fall. all the fellows go after each other in the ring until Blackpool Combat Club clear out with the best friends here in stereo power drivers on the Lucha Bros. As Trent gets a near fall on Penta, best friends get taken down by the luchadors. However, with Penta looking to break the arm of Trent as Ray Phoenix keeps Chuck trapped. Pin by pin made by Blackpool Combat Club break it up. And now it's Claudio's and Mox in control of the situation. As Claudio hits a power bomb on Chuck Taylor. Claudio brings Trent up to his feet, looking to hit a recoil bomb when Orange Cassidy comes walking down the ramp, hitting an orange punch on Wheeler Yuta before brawling with Moxley on the outside. Trent reverses the recoil bomb and drop Penta, but can't get a pin, as Claudio is not the legal man. The one who is comes running in, and and a double team by the Lucha Bros to a Fear Factor by Penta, who get the pin and the win. The winner of the match, the Lucha Bros. This was a good main event tag triple threat match. This was a good main event match right here. I enjoyed this match. It says the victory, the victory, the victor celebrate in the ring as John Moxley comes checking on Wheeler Yuta. I'm sorry, let me start that over. The victor celebrate in the ring as Moxley comes checking on Yuta on the outside before they turn their attentions to the AEW International Champion, leading into an all-out brawl between several men while we get an announcement of John Moxley, Trent, Beretta, and Penta Zero Miedo will face off next week. But the chaos doesn't seem to end end even after an Orange Punch connects on Claudio as the show comes to a closer. And AEW Dynamite goes off the air. Okay, all I gotta say was that AEW Dynamite was a pretty good show, and that's all I gotta say from here. But anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications to get notified when I do a premiere video or go live 3 days in a row, 3 weeks and 3 days a week on YouTube, which is Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And then every Saturday I'll go live on Twitch. Okay, so make sure you guys follow my social media, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord, and threads down below in the description. And I will see you guys later. This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. KFG crew, KFG Kings, KFG Club, Too Sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Make sure you guys full watch the video before you connect with me the right way. Because I'm on the road to 5K bananas. And that's all I gotta say. And I'll talk to you guys later. And I'm out of here. Gang.